I hope y'all made a good connection or two. Hopefully you found somebody in here that you could meet and maybe have a skill set or a need that might pair up. So if you didn't meet everybody, you'll have time at the end. Uh, I encourage you to get your name, get somebody's email, talk, have a contact, because you never know when that's going to be the one that you need. All right. So continue to do that. Network, which will lead us into my number one tool, tip, trick, whatever you want to call it, for doing business today in 2021 is networking. Okay. And I can't emphasize that enough. I can't emphasize that enough. And that's why I put our logo on there, because why not? Any kind of networking. It does not have to be here. It should be here. I'd like you to be here. But networking, and guys, if you don't know, who knows what Clubhouse is? Not Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but Clubhouse. Clubhouse is insane. The networking there is going bananas. And you could talk to Grant Cardone, if y'all know who Grant Cardone is. You could talk to people that billionaires, that Elon Musk. You can get into a room with Elon Musk and ask him a question. That is just insane, because he'll answer it. And I mean, I've been in there, and I don't even have an iPhone, so I have to carry around an iPad, which I brought it today, because if there's anybody in here who needs an invite, I have like 7 invites. I just don't know how to do it. So meet me after. We'll get somebody that knows how to do the iPad could do an invite from my Clubhouse app. I love it. We're on it actually usually Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern, talking REI Live. But I'm here, so we probably won't do it. The other REI Live groups will do it. So Clubhouse, LinkedIn, Twitter, REI Live, any other real estate meetup group. Bigger Pockets is a great one. If you don't know what that is, biggerpockets.com. I'm trying to think of what that, meetup.com. Be where people are that are talking about real estate. Okay. You could even do in person if people are getting back to the normal associations, the builder association, the realtor association, whatever that is. Some of those are a little less beneficial because they could just kind of turn into a lot of fluff. When you get into groups like this that we're actually talking about stuff like investing and doing the deals and doing business, I feel like this is a little bit better. So networking. I actually wear t-shirts that say "We Buy Houses." I have hat right there. So any way you can get the conversation started, do it. All right. So that's number one. That is the easiest. You start that right now. Start it today. All right. Number 2, who's heard of PropStream? Anyone? We got a few people in here. Who does not have PropStream right now? Have an account? If you don't have an account. All right. Of those people that don't have an account, the first one that signs up for the 7-day free trial is going to get a hat. All right. So once you do it, you show me you signed up. The first one that does it gets a free hat. While I talk about it, go to propstreamvip.com. This is where you'll get the 7-day free. 7 days. It's not very long, but it's a free trial, and you get a discount from REI Live. PropStream is insane. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, guys. Before PropStream, I don't know how we did this business, but it was in 3 or 4 different places. What PropStream does is it brings all this information into one place. We now have access. I'm a real estate agent, so I have access to the MLS, where everyone thinks that's where the gold info is, right? It's like, oh, I need to get access to MLS. I don't even use it. I use propstreamvip.com. All right. I go there because it is easier to navigate, and it's given me just as much. The data is just as accurate. It's pretty much up to date to the day. But what it does is it gives me navigation to where I can see what's happening in the neighborhood. It gives me the comps. It gives me the mortgage balance. It tells me when the person that bought that house got their mortgage and who it was through. It tells me if they went through bankruptcy. It tells me everything I need to know when I'm talking to a seller or trying to evaluate a property. So I'm going to just show you. This is a screenshot of, I just did Richland County. I don't know if you guys can read it, but up top it says 827 pre-foreclosures. There's 332 bank-owned properties. So if I was to do this, I would just click on that button right there, and it would show me, literally like this list, it would show me all 332 bank-owned properties. Does anyone think that that would be valuable if they're trying to find a deal? Maybe. A little bit. Winston's like, un poco, right? Un poco, did I say it right? So all you have to do is, it comes pre-registered with some of these lists up here. Cash buyers. Guys, this is the best place to find some cash buyers. It says 23,000 cash buyers. It's 23,000 purchases that did not have a mortgage registered with it. Does anyone think that would be valuable when you're trying to find a deal or find an investor, find a lender? Guys, if they didn't use a mortgage, that doesn't mean they didn't have a lender. It just means they didn't have a traditional bank. So maybe there's a private money investor in there. I like to look around. If you go look around your own home, find out how your neighbors bought their house. You might have a private money lender right next door. You never know. So check it out. This is, Bishop doesn't really use this as much. Our lead intake, Meredith, is in this system all day, so much so that she kicks me out. But because every time a call comes in, she has everything she needs at her fingertips. And so this is what it kind of looks like for a property. This is just, I cut off the address at it. Well, maybe I didn't. Anyway, it shows everything. So square feet, it shows the value, estimated value. This is last year's estimated value. This is the estimated mortgage balance. So you could call them, basically understand that they need, so if you have a distressed seller and they say, hey, I need to pay off my mortgage balance, you can look and say, oh, it's probably about 48 grand. Yeah, we could probably do that. So it gives you all that information up front. What it doesn't show, I got it on the next one. So comps. Who here has trouble figuring out what properties are worth? Right? Just one person? A couple people. Okay, there were some hands. It's okay. It's okay to admit it. I go to great lengths to try to figure out what properties are worth, and I'm often wrong. So it's not a science. But the more data you have, the more accurate you will be, and the closer to a science it will become. So this right here shows all of these properties that have sold within a half a mile. Square feet is within 250 square feet up and 200 square feet down. Sold in the last year. You can change all of this if you want to narrow that down, because you can see it showed like 33 or something like that. So you can narrow that down. But then if this is our target property, if this is like across a highway, that's not a comp. It doesn't count. So you would just uncheck them and take them out. If I scrolled over on here, this shows all the info of these properties, price per square foot, when it sold, when it was bought, blah, blah, blah. So this is our comp report. And the really cool thing is you can click the actions button and actually print a comp report, and you can send that to your lender if you are going to try to find private money. Say, hey, Mr. Lender, I've got this deal. I believe it's worth X when I'm all said and done with it. How do I know that? Well, check this comp report out. I've got 15 comps, and they all say it's worth 150 a square foot. Do the math. I've got a property that's worth, $150,000. Okay. Does that sound like it would be helpful when you're going to try to do a deal? Yeah. So this is why this is number 2 on my list, because PropStream can do so much for you. You can even do your marketing from it. So if you wanted to do postcards, if you wanted to skip trace from this, they have everything there where you can find out people's email, phone numbers, the mailing addresses, and get in contact with just about everybody that you want. So we use this for so many different things. At our mobile home park, we have properties that are contiguous to it, and we wanted to try to pick some of those up because some of them are wooded. It'd be nice to have a house next door to the mobile home park for storage. One house in particular had a huge storage shed in the back, and we're like, we really want that. So all I had to do is put it in. And I was like, bam, I got the guy's number, and I just called him. Super easy. So he didn't want to sell, but whatever. I tried, right? All you can do is try. So this is PropStreamVIP.com. Guys, I am happy to go through any of these in further in depth. What I wanted to do is give you all something today that whatever you're struggling with, I don't know everyone's struggle right now. I don't know where everyone is in their journey. But one of these tools is going to be for you. It's either going to start you on your journey or it's going to get you to the next step. So pay attention to these, write them down, and I'd be glad to go further in depth with you at another time. We just obviously can't do it all right now. All right, Deal Machine. Yes, thank you. Who did it? You got it? Russ, show me. You didn't have to put a credit card in, did you? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought it was... You can cancel it. They were not going to charge you. You can cancel it. I thought it was just putting your name and email. Just can't cancel it. Now you got a new hat. So thanks for doing that, Russ. Hey, is Winston doing it? All right, 2 hats. Dude, it's just an app, man. Like password backwards. It's easy. Yeah, you totally cancel it. You don't have to do it unless you want it or need it. Don't do it. Okay, guys. I'm not trying to tell you to do these things if you're not in that space. If you're not ready for PropStream, I don't remember what it is. It might be $49 or $99. Is it $99? Okay. If you're not ready for a $100 a month app if you're not going to use it, don't do it. Don't sign up for this stuff. That's not what we want you to do. I want to show you guys what we use every single day and show you how we use it so you can figure out if it's right for you. All right, Deal Machine. Who's heard of Deal Machine? Yes, Deal Machine is awesome. DealMachineVIP.com, same thing, guys. We get an REI Live discount. So if you haven't signed up, you can use that. DealMachineVIP.com is where we have it on our phone, and we drive around, and we just look at bad houses. We just look at bad houses, and we put them in here, and we have it set up that the postcard will come straight from Deal Machine. You don't have to do that. You can just drive around, click it, and get the address. And what it'll actually show you is, if you look right here, who owns the property, their mailing address, when they bought it, for what price, and it goes down to show mortgage amount and that kind of thing. As you scroll down and scroll through on your phone, it will show phone numbers, emails, how to get in contact with the people. So what I like to do is, as we're driving around, Michelle knows, and I'll be driving around, I'll just say, ooh, bad house. And like, stop or grab my phone, put it in. And you can be sitting out here and use this little app. So if you're driving and you're like right here, it looks just like your map function. It'll have a little arrow, it's like, this is you. And you can just click on the address of the house, and it'll give you all the info. Or you just type it in. If you know there's an address that's ugly house, just type it in. And what it'll do is it'll catalog everything. It'll give you a whole list. You can take that list out if you want to call them, text them, send them mail, or you can leave it in here and do all those same functions from Deal Machine. So Deal Machine is one of those that is so awesome when you use it. And you can make a whole business out of driving for dollars. Who's heard of driving for dollars? Does anyone here primarily drive for dollars? So, okay, we got 1 or 2. So driving for dollars is work. it's work, but man, is it good. Have you guys got any deals from it? Not yet. So it takes, Deal Machine will tell you, it takes about 250 houses in your app before you get a deal from it. It sounds easy enough, but that's 250, vacant or ugly, abandoned, torn up houses. So you got to drive around a little bit, but you can probably get it done in a couple of weeks. Get 250 in a couple of weeks if you do it and you focus on it. So Deal Machine gets a lot of praise. A lot of people sign up for it, and I'm here to tell you, same thing I just said. if you're not going to use it, don't waste your $50 a month. So the one thing I can't stand is bills. So am I the only one? No? Okay. I can't stand those reoccurring monthly bills that you never use. Like Netflix and you don't even watch anymore. I mean, just cancel it. Just get rid of it. So don't download this app if you're not going to do it. But if you're going to use it, use it. But yeah, so there's definitely competition for Deal Machine. These are who we use. There's Landglass. There's another one, REI. I can't think of the other one that. And I'm open, guys. If you got any questions or ideas or thoughts, this is totally open forum. So throw them out.
I found out about you.
Great.
The postcard was sent to my house. So what you're saying is I live in an ugly house?
No, you live in a house that you have a lot of equity. Was it a yellow postcard or a white postcard? So what did it look like? Did it have a picture of the house? So you didn't get the Deal Machine, but you got one of our really old postcards. So our Deal Machine, you can do the picture. You can do the picture of your house on the Deal Machine card. We have stopped doing that because that takes more time because I'm lazy. So you have to sit there, you have to take the picture, or you can pay the extra $20 a month and let them pull a Google image. And you could do that on Deal Machine. What we used to send out is a white postcard with pictures from Google from a different provider. So we don't use those anymore. But hey, but you didn't sell me your house, so obviously it didn't work. But so Deal Machine, I got one more thing here that shows where you can skip trace the owner right there. Who doesn't know what skip trace means? Do I need to go through? Skip trace is, I don't know where the name came from, but it means that you're going to go and look up that person's information. So address, phone number, email, next of kin. I mean, you can go on and on and on. Most skip trace services just do the communication. So email, phone number, and address. So you can do that from right here, skip trace them. And the really fun thing is you can, if it had a phone number right here, you can just click it in the app and call them. And you can do a deal right there. So that's Deal Machine. We like that one. I think that one's about $50 a month. Again, cancel it. If you don't use it, cancel it. We do use it. Especially when we go out of town and we're just like, what is this town like? You know, if we're up in the mountains, like, what do the houses cost here? We'll go pull up Deal Machine and start trying to do deals up there. All right, so Deal Machine's new feature is where you can pull lists from Deal Machine. So I didn't talk about that on PropStream. Well, I did. The buttons up top, that's where we pull our lists. So we send postcards mostly, and we pull those lists from PropStream. Deal Machine now has lists. Deal Machine also has a function where you can get an area. Like if you want to just do downtown, you can circle it, and it'll create a list from that. So Deal Machine is trying to catch up. They're all playing the same game of get you on their app and keep you on their app. So they're all going to have fun features. Now this one, I think, might be a secret to most of you. Has anyone heard of Let's Go Offer? GoOfferVIP.com. This is, I don't know, it might be higher up. For me, this is one of those, it is absolutely a secret for most people. Do you use it, Freddie? Is it not phenomenal? Yeah, it's, I can't describe it, but our good buddy Tag created this, and he's an investor. He's in about 7 markets now. And basically, this will give you not your comp for when the property's fixed up, and where you have to, if you're trying to wholesale a deal, you work backwards and say, well, it's going to take 50 grand to fix it. It's worth 200 in the end, and then I got to make a fee, and then I got commissions, so I need to offer 122. This will actually do all that work for you in literally seconds. I'm texting with one of our acquisitions people today, and he's like, I got this house. I said, just send me the address, and I will send you back our offer range in like 2 seconds. And that's literally what we did all day. I think we might have a couple contracts out of it, Bishop, just so you know. But he would send me the address, and I would key it in, and I would put in the condition. So this is a house we own, and now I'm like, man, that's not. I would never sell it for that. So, but this is all you do is put the address in. This is not a super pretty website. This does not do a whole bunch of bells and whistles. This is going to do one thing. That one thing is give you a pre-repaired value of a house. So a property that you would want to buy as is. And so how it does that is it takes as is sales from public record and aggregates them and gives you a price range. So good condition, and yes, this is the house. Doesn't look like that anymore. But here is your offer range for good condition for you as in buying as is. Okay. So we're assuming the seller that we're talking to may be distressed, may just want to sell quick. They don't want to put it on the market. So you as a buyer are buying at a discount, and whatever you want to do in your business to make money on this, there is padding in here for that. So this property is, I think it comps out at like 200. So if it was perfect, it'd be worth 200, and I would change this condition category, but most likely it's good to okay. So if it was okay and it went on the MLS, it might sell for 180, right? Well, me as an investor, I can't buy it at 180. I got to buy it at 112 because if I sell it at 180, I'm going to have to pay commissions. I'm going to have to pay to fix things up. So I've got to make a profit. So that's how it gives us this range. And I'm telling you, Freddie's going to back me up on this. It's pretty dead on. We've been using this for over a year before I told anyone about it because I didn't know if it was any good. I didn't know if it was going to give us any prices that were close to being accurate. Meredith and Bishop, you don't use this either. You're on the wrong end of the business. Yeah, this is all done. So Meredith and Allison and myself, we've all been using this for, I guess it's almost 2 years now. And it is shown time and time again to be super accurate. So you will be ahead of the game with this. So it's essentially making it dumbed down. It's obviously techie, and I'm not that guy. But essentially, you have a Zestimate. How they come up with a Zestimate, which is taking the comps and the area of after repaired homes. This is doing the same type mathematics, but it's doing all the homes that sold as is or below market value, assuming an investor bought it or someone that would buy an as-is house. So it puts a figure on that, and then gives you a little bit of padding for profit so that you can make this offer at 80 to 112. Does that make sense? So I can't tell you. I know it obviously works in other markets because he's in 7 and he uses this in his business. But he made it available, I guess, 2 years ago almost for other markets. And we've loved it. We do it. We use it all the time. And we can always call tag if it doesn't work. So I love this one. Freddie, I should have looked it up. Do you know how much it is per month? It's not much. It's less than Deal Machine, which that one, it's cheap. It's probably that I should have maybe moved it up the list, but it's just does one thing, and that's just not as sexy as putting all the other stuff first. So, all right, number 5, and this one is one that we like to use. This is where Bishop lives in lessannoyingvip.com. This is Less Annoying CRM. It is super, super, super easy. It's plain. Does anyone here know what a CRM is? What? Yeah, customer relationship manager. Who uses one in their investing business? Some of you guys. All right. Who is scared to try to set one up and use one? At least a few of you, I'm sure of it, because the CRM can just be so daunting. You can try to use it for a million different things. And what ends up happening is you just play around in this system of different fields and like, oh, I want to get my investors' birthdays and I want to know when my seller's dog got married or whatever. It's just, you try to put all these crazy fields and get all this info and it's worthless. You don't need that. What you need in your business is to keep track of people's name, number, and the deal, right? You don't want to lose the deal. So that's why I always tell people, get some kind of CRM. I recommend this one. This is not the only one we use. We use this one just for our buyers list. That's why Bishop lives in it. Because for buyers, all we need to keep track of is email and phone number and name. So it's so easy, just plain and basic. We could put properties in here. We could put other things in here. We just don't. We have a much bigger CRM that's too expensive. It does too much. And if we weren't so deep into that, we wouldn't be using it. I would get something else. But the less annoying CRM is just out of the box, super plain and easy, and it keeps you from losing deals. If you guys have ever worked on properties and you start calling people and you get phone calls and you catch a phone call while you're in the car and you write it down on a piece of paper and then you lose that piece of paper, that piece of paper could be a $15,000 deal that's gone, right? Sonny, you're an agent, right? How many times you got a referral or something? You're like, oops, yeah, you got napkins, right? You're just carrying around stuff to write it down, and if you lose that, it's gone. Like you're not going to get that back again. So put it in a CRM, whatever you want to use. You can start with Excel spreadsheets, but you got to keep track of CRM. So the tool is a CRM. I recommend that one. This is what it does. It will integrate with all of these systems. So you can integrate it with your Google email, your MailChimp, your phone, whatever you want to do. I will give you guys a nugget. Write this down if you want. If you want to keep your email out of spam, do not email your mass email communications from your major email address. So, for instance, mine, andrew@lucasproperties.biz, is where I try to do all my business through. Well, me being dumb or just not knowing, I set my MailChimp up to have that as the outgoing email. Makes sense, right? Seems super easy, no big deal. Well, when we start sending mail to 3,000 buyers twice a week, and we start getting people that they don't want it. Maybe they signed up for the wrong email list, or they're getting tired of seeing my email. They start unsubscribing. That starts putting my email into spam. So do not use whatever. If you start e-blasting things, don't use your email address. Same thing with text blast or calling. If you're going to do cold calling or sending text messages to people, don't use your phone number because it will put your phone number into spam. And I can tell you that will be awful. If people start saying, no, I'm not answering. Excuse me. All right. So I'll give you guys a second look at that. Mm-hmm. Number 6 is who, not how. So this is where I need you guys to start thinking like business owners from the beginning. If you're brand new to this, brand new to wholesaling, brand new to flipping houses, brand new to trying to buy a rental property, you need to be thinking from the beginning, who can do this, not how can I do this. Okay? Who can help me do these things so that I don't have to do them all the time, spend my time with creating a logo or sending mail or creating websites, editing video. Who can do that so that I can spend my time talking to sellers, talking to contractors, talking to agents? Okay? So I just gave you a couple of spots that we use all the time. We have a VA. Does everyone know what a VA is? You guys know what that is? Virtual assistant. So we have a VA that works with us 40 or more hours a week And she's through Upwork. Yes. So she's on Upwork. We pay through Upwork. She gets paid through Upwork. And she literally takes care of most of our marketing emails. Pulls over our list, keeps us up to date, updates our website, does a ton of stuff for us. And Fiverr, we've used that a bunch for, pretty sure the REI Live logos from Fiverr. We got a lot of things from Fiverr where it's a quick job. So editing the video for a property. If you want to make a really cool video, you just send it there. They'll do it for you. Editing a podcast, anything like that. They can do just about anything. If you want to create a logo, do not spend 5 hours or 5 days like a lot of people will do trying to come up and create a logo. If you really, really, really want a logo, send it to somebody in Fiverr and say, make me a logo. Here's the color I want. Here's my name. That's how our logo, most of our logos came from there. Yeah, I think all of them. REI Print Mail. These are our mail coaches. So Ryan is incredible. Ryan Dixon, he works with us constantly. We talk to him every single week because we have postcards that go out every single week. That is our primary marketing channel. You don't have to do that, but if you do, if you plan to do any mailing, get someone that can help you do that. You don't have to be the one to go and create the postcard or create the flyer or the letter and make it really pretty. That's what they get paid to do. So call on them. They're not going to charge you any extra. They make their money from you ordering. So call on somebody like that. They will coach you through it. They'll show you exactly what works and how it works. There's so many other ways. There's so many other things in your business where this makes sense. So just think about that. I only give a couple of examples, but who, not how. Okay? If you're not the contractor, if you're not the plumber, you need to find out who, right? Not how can I learn to be the plumber. So that same concept goes to all different places in your business. All right, and drum roll, please. All right, who wants to hear number 7? No? All right, we'll just end it right here. So number 7, without further ado, I'm going to give you guys something. I didn't print it out here, so you have to email me. So all you have to do is send me an email if you want a copy of our script that we have tailored to our business through hundreds of deals that we've closed in the last few years, where we talk to sellers. This script is so when you get good at it. And who else is an agent in here that primarily is a real estate agent? Okay, so what's your name? Chrissy. That's right, Chrissy and Sonny. You guys. The script is so good when you get used to it and you understand the psychology behind the words that we use. I now use this script when I'm talking to agents that are representing buyers, because the whole point is we're just trying to get information, and if you follow the script and you ask questions the right way and just really are quiet and let people answer, you'd be surprised at how much information you get, especially out of agents. Because let me tell you, agents like to talk, right? Don't lie. So agents are great, but sellers are who this is targeted for, guys. The sellers, when you talk to a seller, if they're going to talk to you and spend at least 30 seconds on the phone with you, there's a reason. They want to listen. They want to hear what you have to say, and they want to tell you something. So listen to them. Use the script. I don't care if you use our script, but you need to use a script that is geared towards gaining information and getting to an end. This business in real estate, we like to talk to people. I'm a hospitality, guy. I used to manage hotels. We would just sit around and talk. Well, that is pointless in business. You got to move your conversation towards a resolution of either, yes, I want to sell my house and I'll sell it to you, or no, I don't. Okay. If you just talk and spend a half an hour learning about the roof and the dog that lives in the house, and I put new floors down, but actually I don't want to sell. I want to stay here for the next 10 years. Well, why did I talk to you for half an hour? If you use a script, follow along and get the conversation moving, you guys will be so much more productive than just trying to wing it. So I have a script. We have a script that we use, and I'll give it to you guys. Just send me an email. I didn't print them all out. I'll give it to you if you just ask for it, and I'll give you a little bit of just a quick training on. There's 9 questions. There's just 9 things that you need to ask, and as you walk down, you'll see it. Oh wait, Regina, you went through the whole thing. You just did it. How many is it? 9 or 12? 9. So as you go through it, I'll give you just a little bit of tips and tricks on each one of those 9, and I'm telling you, it will get you. It'll help you in every single conversation you have with sellers. So those are the 7 top tools, tricks, tips, all the T's that we use in our business literally every single day. Like I said, we have 24-ish or more deals in our pipeline right now that are signed contracts. We have 3 flips going, and then we're closing on 2 more. And all of this, guys, all of these came from either one or all of these tools that we use in the business every day. So if you want some more information on that, feel free to email me. Guys, if you want to talk, if you need like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, check out the Calendly link, and you can just book a call with me. I will tell you, my schedule is kind of full right now because I am taking calls from sellers right now as we're training up our new acquisitions person. So book a call if you want to. I'm happy to help you guys